Welcome back to Under the Tides, powered by the one and only Heroes Comics, right here in Fresno at Shaw and Highway 41. It's Wednesday, which means new comic book day, and there is a big one out today. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. Right now, Infinity War is now less than 100 days away. Big time movie. I'm very excited about it. Get pumped. But I do have a question. When did Iron Man become so popular? And don't get me wrong, I understand he's always been an important part of what Marvel does in the comic book world. He's an original member of the Avengers. He actually was, well, he was critical in the Civil War storyline. After that, he got a lot of hate because he takes over Nick Fury's role in running S.H.I.E.L.D. And I mean, he's always been there. He's always been important. But when I was a kid, I don't remember buying a whole lot of standalone Iron Man comic books. I don't remember rushing home to watch an Iron Man cartoon on TV. I do remember a Spider-Man cartoon. I do remember an X-Men cartoon. I do remember all my friends pretending to be Cyclops or Wolverine or Batman or Superman. I don't remember a lot of people pretending to be Iron Man. It's weird. Yet today, if you were to ask kids who their favorite superhero is, Tony Stark is towards the top of the list. How did that happen? Well, the movie happened. That's when this happened. And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to underplay Iron Man's importance in the universe that is Marvel Comics. I'm just asking when he shot up to the top of the totem pole, because when I was growing up, Spider-Man was it for Marvel Comics. He was the guy, the most important. And in Spider-Man's last standalone movie, Iron Man had to play an integral part just to make it make sense. How did that happen? That's kind of my question. You know, we do this whole show based on trying to give you some of the source material behind these characters that you're seeing on TV and in the movies, because obviously these shows are drawing from the stories that have already been written. They're the villains, a lot of the conflicts that happen in the movies and TV shows can be traced back to stories that were written in the books. But sometimes the movies and TV shows become so popular that it impacts what happens in the books. This happens all the time, but I think maybe none bigger than with the Iron Man character, because ever since that movie came out, Iron Man is shot to the top of the list of the entire, especially movie universe. The entire MCU revolves around Tony Stark and his character. Without him, like I just said, they couldn't even do a Spider-Man movie. That would have never happened. 12-year-old me would have thought that was bass-ackwards. There's no way that you're going to need Iron Man to do a standalone Spider-Man movie, yet here we are in 2017, and that's what needed to happen. Another example of changes based on what's happening on the popularity of screen, whether it be big, and in this case small, and in the comic book is, you know, when it comes to the Flash, the West family, you know, Wally West and his storyline, and Kid Flash, and how that all happens, it's kind of been rewritten, and they kind of did it as a part of the New 52 and then Rebirth, but a lot of the decisions that were made in the book started becoming mirror images of things they had done in the show. So it was kind of like art imitating art imitating art. It was a big Inception kind of thing, if you can kind of get where I'm going with that. But it's interesting to see how this kind of stuff can change over time with the impact of the popularity of characters to a more mainstream audience. Because, like I said, when I was going to the comic book store as a kid, you know, people were lining up to buy the new X-Men. They were lining up to buy the new, you know, Wolverine, the new Spider-Man, the new Venom book that was out. Maximum Carnage was a huge deal when I was growing up. You know, Spider-Man and Batman were always big deals. And Iron Man, not a B-level character. He was always an A-lister because of his importance in the universe, but was never something that you were getting in line to go get. He was always just part of a Captain America story or part of an Avengers story, or you would get the Iron Man book to find out about War Machine, but it wasn't like it is today, and that is a complete result of the popularity of the first Iron Man movie, which kind of launched the Marvel comic universe, or Marvel movie universe, cinematic universe as it is today. Even more interesting is knowing what I know about how the Infinity War comic went. Kind of curious what they decide to do with Iron Man after this movie's over. Like I said, we're 100 days out. Get excited for that. I also said today is New Comic Book Day, and I am pumped because there's a lot of new things that are out today. There's a new Batman, there's a new Flash that's out today, but the one that you really need to pick up, Doomsday Clock #3. It only comes out once a month. This is the kind of the crossover between the Watchmen and the whole DC universe. Very, very good. So go pick that up at Heroes Comics today while they last. They go fast. Next week, we'll do it again. Comments on what you want to talk about. Write them down. Until next time, it's been Under the Tides, powered by the one and only Heroes Comics on Shaw and Highway 41.